yourself. Where are you from? Where are you going to school?
I'm Peyton, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so kind of far from here. And I am going to UNC Chapel Hill in the fall.
What are you going to be studying?
I plan to study nursing and pediatric nursing in specific. I don't know exactly what I want to do within pediatric nursing, but my goal would be to become a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant. So.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with cancer?
I was 15 years old. I'm 17 right now. I turned 18 in August. So that was a little over 2 years ago.
What kind of cancer did you have?
I had mixed phenotype acute leukemia, so I had ALL and AFL.
And you're still in treatment right now?
I am not.
Oh,
no.
Good. When did you finish?
I finished not this past February, but the February of 2018.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm really excited.
So when the doctors came in the room and told you that you were sick with cancer, how did that immediately affect you and your family?
Well, I can remember that day very clearly. The first thing that came to my mind was that I was going to die, which is never something I had really experienced before, being a 15-year-old. And I started treatment immediately, and I ended up spending a good part of the next year in the hospital. So.
What was treatment like for you physically? What did you go through?
So I had lots of chemotherapy, radiation, and 2 bone marrow transplants, and a very new treatment called CAR T-cell therapy. Very cool. I attribute that to one of the major reasons that I am here right now. It's very awesome. It took a really big toll on my body, as I'm sure a lot of you know and have experienced. I was a big athlete before I was diagnosed, and so to be told that I couldn't participate in those activities while I was going through treatment, and also being told that there's a good chance that I may not be able to participate in those ever again was really hard for me, because that's a big part of my life. I played lacrosse and ran cross country, and so that was really difficult. But so I missed a year and a half of that and a year and a half of school, and then my senior year I was able to come back to school full time, and I ended up running cross country and lacrosse, and so that was really exciting for me. It was very different. I'm not nearly as strong as I used to be, but I'm just thankful that I was able to do that. So.
What did it do to your family, the diagnosis and having to go through treatment?
There's like a big part of me that knows that I'll never quite be able to understand exactly what the rest of my family went through. I think it's very easy to forget that they went through probably just as much as I did, even though they weren't going through the physical treatment. But me having been in the hospital for such long periods of time, splitting up our family was really hard, and it really made the whole dynamic of our family kind of weird, because we were never all living together for lots of the time because of the condition I was in and the kind of treatment I was having. I had to have a parent with me at all times, and so my sisters would be at home with one parent while I was in the hospital with another. And so, like I said, that messed things up within our family, and even when we were all together, it was really hard to, it wasn't like it used to be before I was diagnosed. Just a lot of things have changed, and it's definitely, even now that I'm out of the hospital, and the past year having been done with treatment, there's definitely differences with my family that are very recognizable, but all in all, I think that it has made us stronger, and even though we would never wish it upon anyone, I think it has definitely benefited us in so many ways, and I'm very thankful for that.
What were thinking about as it was approaching time to apply for college and the cost of going to school? What thoughts ran through your mind?
Like I said, I had to have a parent with me at all times in the hospital, and so it was very difficult for my parents to work. They went 2 years without working, and that was very hard on my family. And I was always told never to worry about money and never to take any of that on myself. But me being the curious kid that I was and still am, it always crossed my mind that the treatment I was going through and the college tuition I would eventually have to pay was very expensive, and having both my parents not working during those 2 years definitely affected us financially. Like I said, I'm from Atlanta, and so I don't get in-state tuition at UNC, and so that was definitely a big concern for us, that I probably wouldn't go there if I didn't get a good amount of financial aid and scholarship money. I would have gone to UGA, which was one of my other top choices. So to be awarded this scholarship has really just made such a big difference on my college decision and where I'm going to spend the next 4 years. And so I am extremely thankful for all that Cancer Free College is doing for me and my family, and for all the other scholars in this room.
Awesome. Darren.
How's it going?
Tell